Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Odious Soul. My name is Shannon, and we are here again with Mike and Amanda for another Hump Day Hangout. Yes. So we got some exciting things to talk about. We are going to talk about some motorcycle stuff. We're going to talk about some fun activities we had this past weekend at Christmas parties. But before we get into that, I do want to just, for all the Forest Fun people out there, I just want to say that no, I did not get an invitation to the special viewing of the chest and everything on Monday. I am not part of the Nookers or the Lookers. So I'm going to just leave it at that. I know a lot of people are asking me all kinds of questions, but no, I am not privy. I am not special. Apparently, I am no longer a Forest Fun influencer, but that's okay because we got a lot more fun stuff to talk about, don't we? So before we get started, Amanda, tell everybody where they can find you out on social media.
Oh my God, I forgot. Oh, you can find me on TikTok. And what's the other one I do? Instagram it, Stay Fast and Weird. And don't find me on Facebook because just don't do it. It's not polite.
Yeah, she says it every week. It's like just tempting. Like you just want to go find her and stalk her and just stare, don't you?
Just like don't.
If you do, just follow her. Don't become a friend with her. Just follow her and just snoop on her. That's all. You know, stalk from a distance. What about you, Mike? Where can people find you out on social media?
Instagram and TikTok at Twisty Rider. And yeah, Facebook. I won't see you. There's too many people on there.
I know. You're like, I love everybody. Everybody's my friend. I respect
everybody.
It's just not for me.
You know, if they got a motorcycle, then they might be my friend.
Well, that's how we became friends, so it works.
You have more friends on Facebook than I do, and you have more followers on Instagram, and I really don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
But anyway, you can find me. I am Odious Soul everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, even though I never use Twitter. Obviously here on YouTube, I am the Odious Soul. You can find me on Facebook. It's Shannon Oates. You can follow me there. I only accept friend requests from people that I personally have talked to either via the internet somehow or no in person, real life. So if you don't get a friend request accepted, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, you got to, I guess, hit me up, chat me up one way or another beforehand to make sure I know you're not a creeper or a scammer because those damn Nigerians. But anyway, tonight we do have some exciting things to talk about. We're going to talk about, I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm drinking
impressive.
Oh, what about you, Amanda? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking coffee, and it's like cinnamon sugar cookie Starbucks K-Pods I stole from my mom. Don't tell her. It was her last one, too. But I'm drinking out of my New Jersey Motorsports Park cup, which is because I miss them so much. It's comforting. It's home.
And what about you, Mike? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking some hot cocoa out of my Yule Fuel mug. And I got some Sprite, just plain old Sprite over here as a backup.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to drink because I actually want to be able to talk. I actually did research so I could keep up with you guys because I know nothing about motorcycle stuff. Like, I really don't. I've been in this.
You'll get there.
Like, you know, like 6, 7, 8, 9 months. I don't even know how long now. So I'm like still such a newbie. And you guys were like chatting, like, did you hear about Suzuki? And I'm like, what about
Suzuki? I was like crying as I showed that. I was like, oh my God, it's for real.
So, I mean, I am not a Suzuki lover. Okay. Like I am still we know this about
I don't know anybody who's a Suzuki lover. So calm down. I'm like I'm a dying breed.
Your Gixxer boys are Suzuki lovers.
Okay, they don't count. They're not real people.
I think that's why. Like when you come into the sport, you hear people say things like, "What is it? The Busa boys, the Gixxer boys, like all the stuff."
Busas don't count.
Okay, I'm just saying, like you hear all this stigma.
They're sport touring. They don't count.
There's all this stigma attached to so many things.
There is no such thing as a Gixxer. It's a GSXR. There's no Gixxer.
No, he's absolutely correct. It's one of those things that bothers me too, but like I just go along with it just because it's ingrained in my poor bike racing.
You've owned so many. You like
how many have I owned? I've owned 2 GSXR 600s. So sure. And then all the others that were technically not mine.
It's okay for girls to ride Suzukis though, because they have the lowest seat height.
I don't like the low seat height. I like tall bikes.
Well, I know, but
Anyway,
girls
I'm
inseams, Suzuki's just work better. But anyways,
I'm just saying that, you know, when you come into the sport, you hear people say crazy stuff and funny stuff, and it makes you not like particular brands because of it. So when
Like
you
Ducatis.
well, you know, Ducatis are like the Italian like
Supermodels.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly. That's what you think of them. It's not like that you don't want to ride one. You just know it's
No, I
going to be
don't.
a little hairy, and you're going to have to like shave it before you take it for a ride. You know, like
Oh my God. My friend
um,
Andrew, hold on. My friend Andrew just said something hilarious in chat. He's first off, he's good for being like one of the funniest people I know. He's like on point and witty, but it's pronounced dildo. He's absolutely not wrong.
no, oh, you know, it's pronounced Gixxer, but
Oh,
it's
it's
spelled
pronounced Jixer, but
Dildo.
spelled dildo. Oh yeah.
Love
I
that.
just got too excited and I was like, oh my God, dildos. Love those apparently.
Yeah, and we got to say hi to Let's Go for a Walk and Zebzy Dead. Like, welcome to chat, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight in our craziness. So let's talk about what happened. So on November 30th, Suzuki.
right, well, I feel like
we have to go backwards.
we gotta clear the air. Is like it's not the end of Suzuki.
Oh no, but
factory
Suzuki
Racing.
Let's talk about the press release. Let's talk about the news release. Okay, so on November 30th, Suzuki announced that at the end of December of 2022, this month, they are going to be shutting down the Suzuki Racing website, Team Suzuki Racing website.
Well, we knew this was happening.
It was the first. I was actually on the website, and when you go to it, just says thank you, and that's it.
No, like the website is still active right now.
Well, I know, but if you go on there, if you go to Suzuki Racing, the home screen, it just says thank you. Like there's still information on there, but
you can still scroll down and stuff. I mean, there's still stuff on.
I never even checked it. So let's be real. Suzuki told us that they were going to do this halfway through MotoGP season.
Yeah,
like we knew this. I didn't want it to be real. I thought it was not going to be real, and I'm like over here like they're actually taking the steps. Like,
May they announced they were pulling out of MotoGP.
Yeah, which made me cry. Joan Muir, I love that guy. Like, how dare they?
We're gonna share the screen real fast just to show.
Oh yeah, so it's still a thing. Yeah, it's still a thing.
So I mean, it's still a thing. Like they still got it. They got thank you. They still have the latest video and photos and all this stuff. The blog,
but it's very much
it's the end. It is the end. Okay?
It's such a shame because like November 6th, man, they did it, and now they're just like, yeah, forget y'all. We just ain't backing y'all.
So what did you guys feel being in the sport for a lot longer than me? What did you guys feel when you saw this?
I wanted to cry.
Why?
Because I started with Suzuki and I don't know what it's just like it's a nostalgia thing. Like would I go out and buy another Suzuki? Yeah, maybe. But like I prefer what I have now. Like I've grown through the sport, but like it's just like that. It's that home feeling that you get. Like if somebody offered me another GSXR, I'd hop on it and ride it, no problem. Do I like the seat? Like I don't like the seat height. I don't like how you feel in the bike anymore because again, I've grown as a rider. However, it's still like I can't explain it. It's like
it's comforting for a lot of people to actually like be able to touch flat-footed, which makes no sense. It blows my mind. I hate when people ask me to lower their bikes.
But, yeah, samesies.
You know, and I don't like sitting down inside of it. But
listen, I'm going to tell you this. I used to do the whole drag racing thing. My GSXR 600, the first one was lowered 3 or 4 inches. It was slim. So every time I test rode it on the street, I would bust the oil pan every single time. That thing was JB welded like 10 times. You would have hated that bike. Poor suspension. So it was like squishy and like, oh man, it was a nightmare. It was a death trap, and I didn't build that bike. We got the good old ex-husband who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, who destroyed my bike. But yeah, that bike almost killed me several times. However, I created a bond with it. And then when I got the other bike I bought it as a birthday gift for myself a few years ago when I wanted to take track riding seriously. I fell in love with that bike, but like I know that bike like the back of my hand, like as far as like building and everything. Mechanical stuff and all that, blah blah blah. But I don't know, it's nostalgia. But like the flat footing thing, I think is bullshit. I don't like that. I don't like touching the ground. I like a tall bike, and I agree with you. When you lower the bike, you just you disrupt the geometry of the bike and how it can, the physics and such. I just got too excited. I'm sorry. I need to stop. Just take over.
Okay, right, Mike. So, how did you feel?
So I'm not a Suzuki fan.
Because you suck.
But I am like, so my first bike was a Suzuki. Sophie's first bike was a Suzuki. You know, they've been around forever and winning forever, and it broke my heart because they finally had a 4-stroke bike that, like, you know, in MotoGP that was winning.
Oh, for sure. It's like that high compression, the high RPMs. It's just a monster, man.
So I've got their Suzuki's MotoGP like championships in right here. So 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 70, 76, 77, 81, 82, 93, 2000, 2020. Now that's across all, you know, the early days they had multiple classes and stuff like 50 and 125, 2-strokes and everything. But
sure.
That's 15 championships. Only one of those was on a 4-stroke machine.
Wait.
That was in 2020, right?
That was 2020 in Jean Mir. Like,
yeah, because he's the fucking man.
I mean, and technically it was a short season. It wasn't a full season.
Doesn't matter.
But you know,
don't even discount that. I swear to God, I'll throw punch both of you.
No, like it's you know, like I said, Suzuki finally had a 4-stroke MotoGP machine that was, you know, capable of winning. They had a good season this year, and you know, then the year before they just, you know, they finally had it together, and they're like, all right, guys, we know we're winning, but we're not going to do this anymore. You know, so it was sad because you know that Suzuki knows how to make a great 4-stroke race bike. They've been doing it with the GSXR.
Sure, they haven't changed them in 20 years. I mean, come on now.
You know,
they made good race bikes like 15, 20 years ago and just kept it the same.
Well, they've done little things, but
things, and their electrical is just trash. I know this because I rebuilt a whole harness on a freaking Suzuki.
You know, but like I completely get why Suzuki did what they did, and so Suzuki's downfall, like, this has been coming since 2007, because what happened was motorcycles were booming for, you know, and GSXRs were selling, you know, like they were selling like millions and millions a year. And then 2007 hit and we hit a recession and people stopped buying motorcycles. So now Suzuki had all these motorcycles and no one buying them. So that's why Suzuki went on such like a long streak of not changing anything, because they didn't have the money to make new bikes. They had to get rid of all the other bikes they already had made.
Again, Drew makes a good point over here. The 750's been the same since 2003. He's not wrong, which also means the 600's been the same because they're essentially the same bike, same frame and everything. So just different size engine.
They put out this, like, all these units and no one's buying them. So you can't R&D if you're not selling anything.
No.
And then you had the whole front master cylinder debacle, which
I know. I still get stuff for that. For the bikes that
I was doing them up in, like, some still sneak through. I mean, it's been 10 years, 15 years, and they're still sneaking some through. You know, like the dealership I worked at, when that first kicked off, had like a literal mountain of Suzuki master cylinders. You know, so I think that, you know, that was a big turning point that just kind of sent Suzuki down, like, you know, a downward slope as far as like road racing.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing with Suzuki is they're the only ones that don't make a side-by-side. That's 90% of the power sport industry nowadays. You say that, I'm not a side-by-side fan, like, in the
How about
slightest.
they make better dirt bikes? That'd be great.
But
well, I mean, they make the most money on automobiles. That is where the majority of their money, of Suzuki's money, comes from.
I have not seen a Suzuki car on the road in probably 20 years.
In America,
we suck.
You know, but they make a lot. They make a lot of different things. They don't just make motorcycles. They make.
I understand that. I mean,
like things that go in like the snow and like remote parts of like Russia. They make snowmobiles.
Things that aren't motorcycles, so they don't matter.
But everything matters, when it comes to a large corporation like that.
For
money
sure,
matters.
for sure.
Money matters.
Understood.
So Mike, let's look at Suzuki now. Like, why do you think, like, I know I have my opinions, so why do you think they're doing this right now?
It's not making them money. Like racing costs money.
Mm-hmm.
Racing costs a lot of money. Now, I mean, so I look back to Kawasaki when they pulled out of MotoGP and most forms of
Well, it's
racing.
because they suck, so there's that.
Well, they did, but they weren't making money. But look what happened. Suzuki took pulling out of MotoGP and somehow still managed to do, research to make, like, they fixed their road bikes. Now, like the ZX6 and ZX10 are, I mean, they're ugly, but
everything's ugly that comes out of that factory.
But they're good and they're fast.
Yeah, but the GSXR was pretty and it was fast.
Panigale is beautiful and fast, but you clown on Ducati all day, every day.
Hell yeah, I clown on Ducati. How many times have you seen somebody? Well, I see people roll through tech because I have to tech bikes in. You see these guys roll through tech, and you can pinpoint and point out that guy's going to go down in turn 1. This guy's going to go down in turn 10 because he's an idiot. Like, you just know. It's just it's the stereotype of the person that's buying the bike and bringing it to the track or riding it on the street. Listen, I have plenty of friends who've had Ducatis with their dry clutches.
But most of those guys, it's not the bike that they ride. They could be on any bike.
But it's the Ducati. The S1000s. It just comes with the territory where they got the whole Ducati trailer, the whole nine.
I've seen a ton of people on GSXRs destroy their stuff.
Oh, of course. They're out there on a 750, a 1000, and they think they're hot chicks or jixer bros. Yeah, absolutely. All day long. My ex-husband did that too. Like the one track day I bought him. Okay, we're gonna pass.
All right, well, guys, okay, I'm stepping in. Okay, so we're gonna get to some numbers here because you know me, I'm a little extra when it comes to numbers and data. So I want to go over like the profits from the last quarter. Okay, so like you can't say that Suzuki doesn't have money because Suzuki
of course it
definitely has money. All right, and this kind of shows you what the money looks like. So their operating results, this is from Q2, okay, and it's talking about year over year. So like obviously automobile business is 10 times what their motorcycle business is. So obviously this company wants to put more money into their automobiles, right? Motorcycle business, I mean, it increased. I mean, like, look at how much it increased. It increased by like 28 billion yen, which is the equivalent of, hold on, I have this number here. It increased by 204 million US dollars. All right. That's how much more it did. So like the profit alone, like how much more money they made just last quarter could have paid for their MotoGP, because MotoGP is about 30 million euros, for a season to invest in. So they made more profit last quarter that could have paid for an entire season of MotoGP. So it's not like they don't have money. But if you look at this, you've definitely heard Suzuki like execs talk about how they want to invest in the future, and the UK, Europe, like all those places are having all these emission mandates. You got to be zero emission by 2035 for any new vehicle. All right, you have this whole new class of motorcycles coming out with the Moto E. Ducati has, what is it, the V2 1L, I think that's what it is. They are going to be, there's going to be 18 Ducati, Moto E bikes racing between 23 and 26. I wouldn't be surprised if Suzuki wants to save the money now, and instead of investing it in the current racing program, maybe invested in the R&D for a future racing program. Like, how much do you want to bet that by 2030, so we have at least half of those bikes for Moto E are now going to be Suzuki? That's kind of what I'm thinking as an kind of like an outsider who's like peeking through the curtain here. Like that's kind of that's kind of the vibes that I'm getting here.
There's one colossal flaw with that though.
Okay.
Go on.
Suzuki is notoriously known for their god-awful electronics.
Oh, don't I know it? I spent all winter fixing it.
All right. Well, okay. So
Like they can't make
now
a
that's
charge.
not
They
to
can't make
say
they can't make a charging system to power a 12-volt battery last.
all
How are
right.
they
well,
gonna how are they gonna
well,
charge
they had
a
I'll
they
tell
had
you,
motorcycle that's
I'll tell
gonna
you
there's a
go
what.
a
there's a
race?
press release that they are partnering with Power X, which is a foreign company, and they manufacture and sell battery energy storing systems. So they are right now, as of November 10th, they announced that they are exploring a partnership opportunities with them. So they are looking into battery storage. They are looking into electronics. They are looking into moving to
Yeah.
that world. Like that is something that they're being public about. And they even said that was one of the reasons why they left MotoGP, was in order to invest into new technologies to meet this zero emissions. Because whether anybody here likes to admit it or not, like the combustion engine is not going to be as relevant in 20 years as it is right now.
Oh, it will
Sure.
be in years.
It will be, but it'll be like, the rednecks at like, the dirt track,
No,
Excuse you.
as
electric
opposed
Excuse
to
you.
electric vehicles-
MotoGP anymore. Because what
electric
happens when
vehicles are-
MotoGP
That's a
can't
huge
run?
eye roll, and I feel attacked.
What happens when MotoGP is not allowed to run these gas engines in Europe
I
anymore?
I feel like that's like we're talking
It's going
50
to
years in the
happen.
future. There's no
We're-
way, because MotoGP is so big
we are-
over there.
We are looking at 12 to 15 years tops of
No, I
combustion
don't believe
engine
that at
racing
all.
on
No.
tracks.
Mm-mm.
You don't.
Yeah, I
you
don't. Yeah,
think
listen.
No.
So okay,
See, me
so
and Mike know.
why do companies invest in MotoGP? Why do they invest? You said it
Because
earlier.
have you ever seen the fans? Have you ever seen the fans in Europe? Like
It's
it's astronomical the amount of people.
They take all that research, all the development that they do on the track, and they put it back into their bikes, right? So why would
Nobody's
they
going
be
to go-
investing in combustion engines that they can no longer sell them?
Nobody's gonna go to a MotoGP event with all electric bikes, because that's part. Like, oh, like they'd have to like just eliminate fans and just go all virtual, because there's no way I would like travel anywhere to go watch 20 bikes roll around the track, like silence all day long. Like no.
Hell no. No, as
No
a
sound.
race fan,
No
my
sound.
entire life, I want the rubber. I want to hear it. I want the smell. I want the sounds. I want the feeling in my chest when they zoom by. I don't
Well,
give a
you're
shit if
still
it's
going
drag.
to smell the rubber. You're still going to smell the rubber. You're not going to.
Only
You
when
don't
they
smell.
win,
First off, you don't
and
smell
they-
rubber when you go to that track. I'm talking about drag racing with the burning rubber. But like, I mean, you.
Oh, you still
need
smell rubber
all
out there.
sensory. Yeah, but it's not
maybe
the same.
not
It's
as
totally
much.
different.
Yeah, not as much, but
Not nearly. No, not nearly as much. But what I mean is, like, you need all the sensory. You just need it. You just need it. It's got to be
okay.
there.
So this is one of those things. Okay, so as somebody who works in corporate and
I
has
wouldn't
like
be a fan.
developed my career, one of the things that as you move up in a company, you have to learn to adapt to change quickly. The rest of the world, like I remember when my company, not my company, but the company I work for, announced that they were sending all of our home office people home to work from home, and everybody freaked out. Like, oh my God, like we can't do our jobs at home. How can we still work and manage our families and all this other stuff? Like, how can we do this? And then 2 years later, when the company's like, hey, we got to come back to work a couple of days a week, everybody's like, oh, well, I can't go back to work. Like, how is that going to work? People are resistant to change. It gets natural to be freaked out, to be like, oh my God, something is changing. I don't want it to change. And it's okay to feel that way. But the fact is,
work is one thing, but racing, the whole other
is totally a different entity. When you've been a lifelong race fan, you would totally understand. Like, don't get me wrong, drag racing, I've been a drag racing fan all my life. I like some of the built electrical cars that they've had like through the years. Like, they're cool as hell and they're fast.
Well, what's going to happen though is racing is going to end up like Cuba. You're going to be racing like 50-year-old cars.
That's great. That's what we do.
Because
that's normal.
Okay,
that's normal.
But that's not exactly normal in the current motorcycle racing.
Oh, when you're doing like NHRA or MotoGP or things like that, absolutely not. However, I'm more of a fan of amateur racing than I am of professional racing. I'll take CCS over Moto America any day.
Yeah, okay, like Zebzy Dead says, torque and speed are probably going to increase as electric gets further into development.
Well, no
shit.
The
lack of sensory, it's going to be more intense. And I completely agree
with a person on the bike, sure.
Like they're going to have to push these bikes harder to get people like you two.
No, the problem is like, so like you said here about Formula One, going all electric and everything, cars have absurd amounts of downforce, and they can make absurd amounts of that. Like, they're just now starting to get into that on motorcycles, and it doesn't matter. Like, you can have all the torque and power in the world, but
If
bikes
you can't
just
control it, what's it going to
they
do
don't,
for you?
yeah, like they're
No
they're not
traction.
gonna, because you can only put so much torque to the ground, or the wheel's gonna come up, and then if the wheels come up, then the traction controls kicking in, and then you're only still going. You can only go.
You can only give so much torque
Yeah.
and power. I mean, what's the limit here? What's the limit?
I don't know. I guess
like
we're gonna end up
doing
finding
all the
out. We're gonna
downforce,
end
all
up
the
finding
downforce.
out stuff.
Listen,
All the downforce stuff they're doing is for cornering speed. Like, Ducati was actually testing little fans back behind the radiator, like not just the cooling fan, the little ducts back there,
Oh God!
to almost make like a scram jet. So as the air's coming through, it tunnels it and pushes the bike faster.
So like the front fins aren't enough. We're gonna have ugly fans hanging off the back now, huh?
No,
it doesn't matter if they're
it
ugly or
didn't.
not.
It was channeling it.
All right, so
Like, to
bikes
take
will
the hot
get
air,
better.
to take the hot air from the radiator to essentially make thrust out of it.
So basically, we're gonna get better bikes in the future. They're just gonna be a whole hell of a lot
Boo.
uglier, right?
They're just going to be dumb.
It's
I hate everything. I'm bitter.
I
I'm
feel
so
like,
bitter
I
right
feel like
now.
I feel like we've gotten.
Now
like,
we went back on the
pinnacle, and
electric topic. We moved away from like
I know. You know what?
Suzuki.
I was so excited
so
when I was
bitter
doing
now.
the research and I saw that whatever his name is from Suzuki said one of the
Wait,
reasons he pulled out of
who?
MotoGP. I don't know. One of the guys from Suzuki, one of the big guys. I didn't write down his name because I didn't think I could pronounce it. He said, the goal of zero carbon dioxide emissions. Quote was, one of the reasons was to reinvest in carbon neutrality. That was one of the reasons why they pulled out of MotoGP. So when I heard that, and then I saw the press release about them connecting with Power X, I was like, oh, look, we're like, we started off doing like an EV show, and now even though we're talking about Suzuki racing and the website going down and all that, it's coming back to EV. I have a feeling that electric vehicles is going to be a topic that just keeps popping up here.
I never want to talk about it again.
You guys like it or not? So.
Never. I will just no, I'm not. Nope. I'm like an old bitter car guy at a car show, not a car meet, a car show. I'm the bitter old guy right now. That's me. When it comes to EVs.
And it's hilarious because you're the youngest one here.
I know, it's great, isn't it? I know, it's awesome. I respect an electrical vehicle. Do not get me wrong.
You're being a curmudgeon. You're being a curmudgeon.
You know how many times I've been called a grouch, grumpy? What did you call me, Mike? You called me something.
You grumpy. I called you grumpy a little earlier today.
Yeah, you did. Everybody's been calling. I've been in a fucking mood all week, man. Since Monday morning, I've been in a mood.
Well, that face was super grumpy.
Oh, the one. Yeah, it was pretty grumpy. I was pissy, man. I was not. I was just in a mood.
Why are you pissy? Why are you in a mood?
Well,
you don't have to say. Like, I was just like,
no. I was gonna dance around it. I had an excellent weekend, so then I had a dopamine drop and then a hormonal change.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
At least you know what's going on. Like, at least you know.
I am very self-aware, and I have good emotional intelligence most of the time until it's detrimental, and I'm like, oh my god, this person's so great, and then they end up not being great, and then I'm dumb, and then I have 6 people tell me, Amanda, you're a fucking idiot. He's not great, and then I'm like, oh yeah, he wasn't great, and then I just move on. Yeah, that's about how that goes. Wow, that was a lot of explanation.
Well, anyway, so you mentioned the past weekend, had a great weekend. So we all went to Christmas parties this past weekend.
Oh, I did. That's right.
We all went to Christmas parties. Yeah, we went to a Christmas party together. It was the second year going to a Christmas party at Mike's work. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little more wasted this year than last year.
Oh, I know. I got the snaps.
Well, my dad works for the same company, so we rode with my parents to the Christmas party, and then my company reimbursed your Uber trip, even though we kind of hijacked an Uber with another couple. But
wait,
that's great.
So wait, I think I paid for the Uber from downtown though, so I should give you the receipt for that.
You have until I think today.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Mike, you got to be up to date with
Well,
that.
my manager just came back today anyways. So
actually, you know
I had
what?
to give
Like
it to
there's
him.
like two because we went from the club to a
Oh, yeah.
Sheets and then Sheets to the house. So we're not even gonna worry about it. Yeah, we
That's
had to like
interesting. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
had a time, huh?
someone was a little white girl wasted and it wasn't me and they needed food before we went home.
Love that. Classic.
So how was your Christmas party? Tell me all about it. Because
Okay.
you did Writers Club or something? Like it
Okay,
was
so what it is it's NJMP does their holiday banquet / like awards thingy for Drivers Club and Writers Club. So I went. There's a bunch of us there. Well, a few of us, not as many as I expected or wanted, but like a good amount of us were there. So it was all right. I don't really like social settings like that. So for me, I'm like, I can't talk to anybody. Like I'm weird. But I drank a little bit, just a tad. I brought somebody with me last minute, which I got really lucky. Thank goodness, like I can kind of schmooze a little with some of the like staff there, like email wise. So I brought a date, which was cool, I suppose. This is the same date from the week before, which is unheard of. I never do that. But yeah, so we all hung out and it was fine. Chris, let me give a little shout out to Chris. I know he's not watching this and I don't really care, but Chris is now on like they have like this like safety, some kind of safety team of sorts, and he was picked for it, which is hilarious because if you know Chris, it's so ironic. Not that he's not a safe person, but like you just gotta know him to get it, and it's hilarious. The sweetest guy ever, nicest guy ever, but he was just like shining. Like everybody's like, yeah, everybody loves Chris. And then like
That's a TV
on
show,
like that
isn't
show,
it?
everybody hates Chris.
Oh, yeah, everybody hates Chris.
Everybody loves Chris. So he was taking the Drivers Club wives and he was dancing with them on the dance floor, which is cracking me up because like there's a lot of jokes in our group chat about that one. And then he took me, I don't dance, I got like 2 left feet. I don't know how to dance. I'm like terrible, but he had me out there. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. So he was like having the time of his life. So we went back to his hotel. All of us did, like a bunch of us, and we had like a good time there. You guys know I don't actually get drunk, but I got drunk. Like I wasn't like shit faced, but I was drunk, and it was a first in like, I can't remember the last time I was actually drunk. Tipsy, yes. Drunk, totally different story. I don't remember going to bed until like maybe 3 or 4 a.m. Then I went to Atlantic City for the rest of the weekend. So whatever. But yeah, it was a good holiday party. I enjoyed it. I got to see the people that were there. It was fun. A couple of people who got awards in Writers Club. I know Ivan got an award for something, and it was pieces of his bike. So Mark Built Racing. They made like this like thing out of Ivan's like parts from his bike, and it's actually a pretty funny story. So he raced this bike through CCS all season and didn't like wreck, and as soon as he put like the Mark Built sticker on there, he wrecked NJMP the last round. And it was just kind of funny. It's like a thing. I think he like wrecked 2 or 3 times that day or something. So they gave him the pieces of his bike and gave him like an award of some shit. And then Ray Wong got a guest coach thingy, an award or something. But Ray's the man, dude. He's awesome. Awesome. I mean, I like all the Writers Club coaches. Like everybody's just awesome. Everybody there is cool. I like everybody. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody now I'm thinking about it. Family, I suppose. I don't know. So it was super fun.
Were there any funny stories? Like anybody do anything really stupid that you want to like call them out for?
So if you go on my Instagram or not my Facebook, don't do it. If you go on my Instagram, there's a picture where it's me, Mike Fish, and Steph. And then Chris is like knee down, like on his knees in front of him. Chris is mad tall. We're all short people. On his knees in front of Mike, and he's like, ha, ha, ha. Like it's just like, okay, don't fucking come after me for this because it's a joke, okay, guys. But he's got like classic like Jew man laugh. Like he's just like, I don't know. It's just, you just gotta see it. Like you just gotta, and you gotta know him too, which is hilarious. But like it's one of those things. But I mean, nobody really did anything stupid. Everybody was well behaved. I was well behaved, surprisingly, and it was a good time.
All right. Awesome.
Even Jay was well behaved. We all know he doesn't behave, so
Yeah, Jay.
I know you guys don't get along, and it's so funny to hear you guys talk about each other separately.
It's he talks about me. What?
Yeah,
what? No.
Yeah, it's all jokes. It's just funny. But yeah.
No, he just The first impression on him was a little, I mean, the first impression was fine. It was the second impression, same night.
Listen, first off, we were all, well, I don't know about you guys, but like we were all drinking. We were all
Mike
doing
Mike
other
wasn't
Well,
there
things.
yet.
I wasn't there
He
the
wasn't
first
there
night.
yet.
Oh, wait, was it early when no, because we
That was
were
that
going
was
It was the
Friday
first
night.
night.
It was
I didn't-
Friday night.
I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah,
come
you came
down until
Saturday.
Saturday.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I had a
Yeah, that was a
Saturday
wild ass
party to
weekend.
attend.
And Saturday was the night that we got the really cool picture of, like you eating, what was it, Cheetos? Like that
Oh
was
yeah,
sitting
we were
in his
eating
leg.
Cheetos out of Jay's leg.
Yeah.
It was good. That was a
And
good picture.
for the people watching who do not know, Jay has
He's a peg leg.
prosthetic. Yeah, he's got a prosthetic leg. He got it in a snowmobile accident.
That's
I believe.
correct.
And he's totally badass because he rides a motorcycle, he coaches, and
He
got the
does
prosthetic.
CCS as well. Yeah. The
know,
boys, I mean, the
so-
guy's fast. He's fast
Yeah.
as fuck.
So I mean he's a cool guy, but it was
Sure,
awesome
if you're
because-
not Shannon.
Listen, I just have standards and the people that I hang out with and communicate with. And he was a little egotistical.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just was not in the mood to play at the moment at all that way. So no.
And I got stuck in the middle of it. And I'm like, I don't know what to do.
You were like, I was like, Amanda, help. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, you won't give me my keys. And some other stuff. And she was like, oh, I'm not getting involved in this. And I'm like,
No, because Jay is like 3 times my size. All he has to do is put his hand on my head and that's it. I'm done. I can't do anything. He's a giant.
With one
he's
leg.
got one leg, Amanda.
With
He's got one leg.
You know how many times I've kicked him in that one leg and it does nothing? It doesn't even kick it out from under him. He's a pro. He knows what he's doing. I can't, there's nothing I can do.
So what you do is take out the good leg. So then all that's left is the peg leg.
Well, what I tried to do that night, because he went off with my key. Like he took my key, he was not giving it back to me. And that was like the whole reason why I needed it, because I left my key at the campsite and I could not restart my car. So I asked Amanda to go get it, her and Jay go get it. And then they meet me at the bathhouse and I want my key back. Well, Jay is holding my key hostage. Like he wants something in return for this key. So I'm like, no, give me my key. And so he takes my key and he goes off to the bathroom. So I'm like, he left his keys in his truck. I'm going to take his truck. So I was not actually going to take his truck, okay, because I wanted my car and I wanted my keys. So I waited for him to come out of the bathhouse and I rolled down the window. I'm like, you left your keys in the car, so I'm just going to take your truck. You can take my car back to the campsite. And yeah, and
oh wait, no, because he had his key fob too. His truck was just running, so his key fob.
No, he had to reach in or something for it. Like he had to. His keys were in the truck.
I was drinking and I was high. Like I was a little bit of everything that night.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done with Jay.
I don't even know why we. Oh, I was gonna say I don't even know why we rode over there, but no, that's because you forgot.
It's because
your key
I needed
and
my
we had to
key.
go find
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I had to go in. I think it was like in your tent or something, and I had to go grab it.
It fell out. I had it in something. It fell out on the ground or
Why
something.
the fuck wouldn't I just ride it over on the pit bike? Why the hell did I make him drive? Oh wait, maybe we went. No, I don't know. I don't have answers.
I don't have answers either.
Oh, maybe we were smoking.
No help. I wasn't even there.
No, nope. That's okay. You were my bodyguard against him the next night. He stayed away. You were intimidated.
I mean, he probably just he probably just got bored. Anyway, on to new things.
All right.
Because Moto America was wild.
So any other motorcycle topics you guys want to talk about? Any news you guys have seen? I really have not been on that much social media lately.
Oh, I want to, you know what I want to share? My favorite Suzuki poster, because I'm a fucking child. There's a story. Not this one. That's the gay Bobby Fong one. We don't like Bobby Fong. I'm lying. He's cool, but he's gay now. Fuck that guy.
Wait, is he literally gay or just
No. He's not literally gay. Actually, there's a whole story. If you're on teach, Mike knows this story.
If they're not actually homosexual, you probably shouldn't be calling them gay, because people might.
My generation, we just call everything gay. It just works.
I don't know. Like, I feel like your generation is when it kind of started that we have to be more PC and correct on this kind of stuff.
I don't believe in political correctness. I think it's bullshit. And I just like to have fun. I love everybody equally, and I'm going to make fun of everybody equally. No, yes, it's correct. You're not wrong. Anyway, no, Bobby, there's a whole thing on Track Day Junkies Unleashed between the whole Bobby Fong and Brit thing. That's old. So this is why I don't like him. However, we're just gonna ignore that and we're gonna go with Jake Lewis, my man. So in
Wait, you have to
2021
you should hold it up longer. You should
oh my
hold it up
gosh,
longer.
I
Let
feel like a
people stare
5-year-old
at it.
show and tell. Look at my Jake Lewis
And hold it
poster.
still. Yeah, hold it still. Don't shake it. Just hold it still. Let people take it in.
Take it in.
Okay.
He's hot.
You
Look
can
at
take
him.
it. You can take it down now. It's fine.
On the stock 1000. So when I first got into when I first got into Moto America, I just saw this bike just like up in the front all the time. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Never knew what he looked like until I went September 2021. And this was reserved Amanda that was afraid to talk to everybody because I was just newly divorced. And I was like, hey, I don't know how to talk to people. So like it took me all weekend for Butch and Chandler to be all like, Amanda, just go get a fucking picture with him. Stop being all bitch ass. And I'm like, and then I go over and I talk to him. He's like, oh, let me dig this poster out. And it takes him like 5 minutes because dude does not have merch or anything like that, right? Like he's like a Kentucky boy. Like he don't care. He just wants to go fast. So anyway, so he dug that out for me. It was nice. And I was like sun poisoned from head to toe, wearing a black Dahlia shirt, looking like I don't know what the hell I looked like. I don't even remember if my hair was orange or not. Oh yeah, my hair was definitely orange at the time. Yeah, it was faded orange. So like, yeah, it was a good time. It was the first time I actually broke out of my shell after being divorced. So it was a big deal to me. Now let's fast forward to this past Moto America. I'm just like talking to him like he's like, I know this guy, until Ryan embarrassed me because he made him talk in his Kentucky accent, like a deep Kentucky drawl. And I was like, stop that. That's not acceptable. Let's knock it off. So like you see me in some of my pictures, I'm like, yeah, because Ryan's being a fucking, Ryan's being Ryan. But no, I mean, I don't know. It was important. Like he was with Altus at the time. So the yellow bikes, like the same team Kayla was on this past year, I think, right? She was with Altus. I don't remember. She was on. She was with somebody.
I have no idea.
No, I believe she was. I want to say she was at least at some year. Let me see, Kayla. And I know she was with Altus at one point in time. I know for a fact. Why are you not chiming in, Mike?
Me?
Yeah. She's wearing an Altus shirt for 2022.
Yeah,
that was her.
Yeah.
That was her team. Yeah. See, I knew I was right. However, yeah. So like, whatever. But what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Jake Lewis is great. It was a cool story. Helped me get out of my shell, and it meant a lot. So, yeah, tall Kentucky boys. Word.
No,
boys,
he's not.
Suzuki
I
riders,
don't think he's cute. So I'm sorry.
you got
Excuse
Roger
your
Hayden.
muffins. Wait, Roger Hayden's the man too.
Roger Hayden
Nikki
Hayden? He was a factory. He was a Yoshimura factory rider. I got because that's a whole other thing we didn't talk about was Yoshimura and factories.
Okay, listen. Let me wait. If we're going on Yoshimura, let me explain
I
something to
do
you
love
guys.
Roger. He's amazing.
He's a cool dude.
He's
But
an
he's
amazing
also-
person too. He's got such a great aura, like, and just
Absolutely. Could you imagine? If I could meet anybody, of course it would never be possible. It would be Nikki Hayden. Mind you, you guys know the story of my number. My number is 69, right? So that's my birthday. It's June 9th. So 69. It's Nikki Hayden's number, right? And I started riding the year that he passed away, which is really sucky. That's like the first time I ever picked up a bike. So like that all happened as I was learning how to ride and all that. So yeah, it's a sensitive number for me. I don't know. It just means a lot.
okay.
Yeah.
But
Wait, what was that, Mike? What was that?
Nothing.
What'd you say? Oh yeah, it's a sexy number too. That's the best part. No, but it's really hard for a girl to like walk up through I don't go through tech anymore, but roll up through tech and be like, yeah, that's my number 69. They look at you like, oh, okay. So like, do you do porn or something? No, bitch, it's my birthday. Like, calm down. Or they're like, oh, you're such a fan.
Oh, come
girl.
on.
Yeah.
You know when you picked that number, you were gonna get that. So
absolutely I did. So I like now I just troll people with it. I'm like, yeah, dude, like check me out on Pornhub. Not really, because I'm no, thank you. I'm privileged. Nobody gets to see it. It's a privilege.
I don't know. You should start an OnlyFans and like make people pay, but not actually show anything in it. Like tease everybody, make them just like do like a monthly subscription just to see, like, and then go in there and realize it's just you and t-shirts and stuffed animals, or you and t-shirts with your bird or something. I don't
think that's I think that word would get around and people wouldn't buy into it.
Yeah, but you might be able to at least make a couple $100 the first month. Okay.
Listen, I respect my track life entirely too much to even dabble. And I'm too reserved. Like, it's funny because like I'm really not
Look,
reserved, but like
you
in that
know
way, no,
that-
I don't want anybody to see. I dress so conservatively. Like nobody looks. You can. I
Amanda,
look like a 12-year-old plank. Like get out
Amanda,
of here.
you know that there's
Until my
plenty of
clothes fall
girls
off.
that take their motorcycling seriously that have an OnlyFans.
Oh yeah,
but guess
There's
what?
definitely girls out there who have like
And go
50,000
on
followers, and
listen,
you know,
yeah.
listen,
Okay.
no offense, like no, like to
There's
me,
no offense, do
like,
you, boo boo? But I'm
I
not
mean,
trying to get fucking shit talked, okay?
like,
Because my tits are hanging out.
like to me, like if to only charge somebody $5.99 to see all your content, like, to me that's
obnoxious. Sorry,
like-
I'm not from the
like, to
dollar
me,
store.
like it'd be different if we're talking like escort level money, but you know, I look at these girls who are like doing like the OnlyFans, and it's like less than $10 to like check out all their content, get in there for even for a month, and you know, people are probably just going to go in there and check it out once and then unsubscribe and not keep up every month. And
Yeah,
I'm
no
sure
shit.
very
But
few
if you
people
can-
actually do that.
If you
But
get
it's like-
millions of people to do it, $10 times a million
Yeah,
of people.
But how many of these people
Listen,
are actually
I
getting
don't look
millions of
that
people to
good.
look at their OnlyFans? I mean, seriously, like you got to be producing some serious content.
I'll be
getting
showing
that
some
amount of
lower
money.
ankle. How about that? I'll show you all the lower ankle. That's all you get to see. Because even when I'm at the track, I'm head like ankles to wrists because like I'm wearing my undersuit.
No,
So,
we've seen you bent over in shorts and stuff.
I've got that
Wait,
on
I
video.
don't wear.
Yeah.
Do I?
I mean,
Wait,
they
what?
are like
What the
gym
Twice, I've got you
shorts.
twice.
They are
Wait,
like
my
gym
orange
shorts.
shorts. My orange shorts come down to my knees.
I know. That's why I'm just giving you a hard time.
I don't be wearing the Jixer selling shorts. Fred knows all about that. He coined my booty shorts, my Jixer selling shorts. It's a long story, but it's funny. I'm waiting for him to like pop in and be like, yeah.
All right, so let's get back to the factory stuff, Mike. Go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, just the great like riders that rode, like Yoshimura Suzuki. Since
Who's behind your head, Mike? I want to see who's behind your head. I can't see. I'm blind.
Look at that great camera work there.
I know you're
Hold on.
such a
You're
pro.
there.
I'm
That's
so
better.
proud of you.
That might be better. But John Hopkins on the factory Suzuki
My man.
MotoGP bike number 21, still coaching Americans over in Europe. Had a lot of promise, but plagued by injury, and like so many other great riders, like Ben Spies. Ben Spies, another Yoshimura Suzuki guy, goes MotoGP.
Yes, sir.
So okay. So as like a newbie, talk to me about Yoshimura. Like, tell me what
Yoshimura. Okay, I have a story about Yoshimura. I want to get this off my chest right now. So, like, my favorite exhaust on the 06, 07 GSXRs is the R55. It goes from mid pipe back. It has the most unique, beautiful, high-strung GSXR sound ever. Fight me on it. I don't care. You can't find one that's good. I used to have one until I sold my Gixxer or my GSXR. So whatever. But anyway, go ahead, Mike. Fight me on it. I dare you. The R55 is like a beautiful sounding, perfect GSXR exhaust that you cannot get anymore.
Yoshimura and Suzuki just go together.
They just do. BFF.
Like peas and carrots. Peas and carrots.
Yes.
I don't like peanut butter and jelly, so I can't use that one. Mashed potatoes and gravy.
I love mashed potatoes and gravy.
But
or what's another one? I don't know.
And they did make some good sounding exhaust.
Absolutely, they did. The best.
So wait, so they don't
No.
make it anymore? They're not around anymore? Like,
No, they're still
They're
around.
around,
They're still
but
around.
they like work with other companies
But-
now.
The problem with, especially starting in the era of like 06, 07 GSXRs, is they got a little whiny, a little buzzy.
oh, so they sounded like
Calm
a
your
Triumph?
muffin. Stop. Oh,
The
that's right, 'cause
exhaust,
they
the
totally
exhaust,
sound great,
the
right?
exhaust sounds good, but the bike itself, there's so much buzzy engine noise. Like it sounds like the cam chain is literally gonna just like jump out of the motor at any second.
Well, that's because. Oh wait, stop. Because there's issues with the cam chain because people don't fucking tent. I had this issue with both of my bikes. And I just didn't bother fixing them. So what happens is that's not the exhaust, that's the actual cam chain because nobody tightens the tensioner. And it's an actual problem.
It's not a automatic tensioner.
No, I know. I've had the engine open. I know.
You know. No, it's automatic. See, but
you gotta replace the thingies in there, and then like tighten it. It's like a whole thing. Yes, those thingies.
And the
chain.
Obviously, she knows what she's talking about, Mikey.
And the chain stretches.
Words.
The problem is, they prematurely wear because
they do.
A cam chain theoretically should last the life of a bike. However, Suzuki people just ride their bikes to like 80,000 miles and just don't ever do anything to the motor.
Yeah.
But even brand new, like in the 06 and upper years, like even brand new, the noise that those cam chains especially made was just awful. It was
I know. Like, so what happens is you get that GSXR tick. It is if you heard my bike, you heard it. It's like it's annoying as fuck. It's like a mom.
You can watch 100 like point of view track day videos, and you don't have to watch them. You just have to hear them, and you'll be able to tell a GSXR just because they buzz and rattle, and all of them just sound like they're gonna fall apart.
It's the Gixxer tick and the zip ties and the JB Weld and the duct tape. Like we all had that. Except my last one looked really nice. Surprisingly, I never, they always look good. But that Gixxer, oh my god, the GSXR blue from the 0607.
And then you wonder why I do not want a GSXR or any of them. Because of the way you're talking about it, like you're making them sound so sexy and exciting. Like you're just making me want to go out and buy one right now. Like you're making
sexy.
You're making me feel a lot better about buying a Yamaha at this moment. Just so you know, like
Yamaha's a great bike too. You should own a Yamaha. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're superior in the moment. I mean, right now they are the superior bike.
Well, no, Yamaha's always been the best.
Okay, go fuck yourself. Number one.
They're the worst to work on. But they are the best.
Yeah, don't I thought the Suzukis were bad because I know those inside and out, unfortunately.
Those are like the easiest bikes in the world to work on.
Yeah, now they're easy, but like the fairings were like annoying. But again, this was me dipping in. I swear to God, if that bird doesn't stop. That was me first dipping it. Dude, we're going to fight. Stop. We're going to fight.
We're gonna get a cage match on our show. Look at this.
No, he's so grumpy too. He's so mad. Like he's just mad at me because the lights are on. But that bike I thought it was easy to work on, but everybody's like, Gixxers are so hard. Blah, 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 blah. I got to the R3 and I started breaking it down and doing the stuff and all that. And I'm like, this is a fucking nightmare. I love the bike. And mind you, it's not been cracked open. Like I bought it with low miles, with really not much done to it, except for like some airbox mod. Thanks, Fred. And that's it. Like, little doodads here and there, but nothing serious, right? So like I broke the whole, you guys, there's videos on my TikTok, there's videos on my Instagram of that bike being broken all the way down. All I wanted to do was take one of the switches off the handlebars at one point, and I had to break the whole thing down to get to where the where everything connects up under like the front of the gas tank cover in front of the gas tank. It was a fucking nightmare. It was something that should have taken me 20 minutes. It took me hours. Dude, fuck those bikes. It's a great bike to ride, but oh my god, dude, what a nightmare. You're right. Yeah.
That's even an easy job. Well, I'm telling you, this new 800 platform is going to be a great middleweight or middleweight contender. If this bike sells, they're gonna make some kind of racy variant to compete with the R7.
Well, and that's the other thing is like the fours are like kind of dying out. They're focusing on that twin thing. You know what I mean? It's like a totally different. The motorcycle world is changing. I'm kind of accepting it, but I'm very sad.
Inline fours are, they're
I like high compression.
They're relics. They're like V12s. They sound great. They're stupid fast.
I don't know who just told me to take an angle grinder to the switch. Clearly, you don't know what I'm doing. And no, I'm not angle grinding anything on that bike. It's a pristine bike. Nerd.
Do you know who VBNM?
I have no clue who that is, but I'm gonna. Yeah, I have no clue.
Anyway, you know tomorrow you're gonna feel bad that you called.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, two-wheeled chaos. I don't know who that was last week, but I feel like a complete dick because I was like mad snippy and I didn't mean to be. And I was like, oh my God, I felt horrible. So if anybody knows who two-wheeled chaos is, or if you're watching, my bad, bro. I was being a snippy bitch. Yeah. And I take accountability for that.
That's why I'm calling you out right now. And you're gonna feel bad for calling
I don't feel bad for
a nerd.
No. I will never feel bad about that because a nerd isn't that rude. And I call a nerd is loving to me. That's a term of endearment coming out of my mouth. And I'm not taking an angle grinder to my dang. I'll take an angle grinder.
Well,
actually, I went into the CRF.
Apparently you let him take a drill to your bike. So
wait, what?
You let him take a drill to your bike.
That's
to your track bearings?
Oh my God, that's Pudla, you fucking son of a bitch. Oh wait, no. To my track fairings. No, Pudlo took a drill to my rear set. You took the drill to my Mike took a drill to my fairings. Who else took a drill to my fairings? And my set's freaking.
Man, how many people are drilling your fairings, Amanda?
Lots of people apparently have drilling.
Oh no, it was fucking Ray, god damn it, because when I had to fix my what are they called? My freaking Woodcraft clip-ons. And I was like, I can't do this. I'm done. And I'm drinking a beer and I'm pissed because like I'm just frustrated with my situation. He's like, let me help you. And he calmed me down and it was chill. Oh, wait, am I still wrong? Who the hell? Unless it's Chris.
Man,
oh my God. I'm so bad at everything.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, apparently a lot of people have drilled your
Reveal
fairings.
yourself, you nerd, because you know I call people nerds and you know that means I love you. So
and he says he is a big nerd. So I mean, at least okay, so
fine. It's definitely Chris is a very intelligent nerd. So there's that.
Oh my God.
Head gasket. Stop it, Zeb.
No, I love it. No, I've been like asking, like we need, we still need a name.
I love you, Chris, by the way. I'm proud of you for your safety thing and dancing with the driver club ladies. You showed them a good time.
I kind of like the whole blown head gasket. Like maybe there should, because I was saying like maybe we need to do something fun for our channel name, you know? So
yeah. Actually, no, Zeb's on a good.
Like there's
a much drunker friend. Yo, Chris is not wrong, but he's a fun drunk. He's like the best.
Oh, but Jameson, I can't handle much Jameson these days.
This guy, he brings these seltzers all the time and they're really good. I actually that's how I got drunk because I was like, yeah, these are good. But he puts vodka in them too. And I'm like, Chris, how do you do that? How do you do that?
I can't. I'm not allowed to have seltzers anymore.
Oh yeah, Mike probably does that too. Seltzers and vodka?
No. I'm not allowed to have seltzers anymore.
Why? You get white girl wasted?
The 8% White Claws, like I drink tequila. I drink tequila straight. I can drink tequila all night and I'm still a really, really nice person. You know, I'm loving, I'm sensual, I'm nice. I don't get into fights.
Ooh, sensual.
Something about 8% White Claws brought out
your nipples ripped off.
They brought out like the whip in me, man. Like, like just,
Chris said vodka is octane booster. I can't be, he's not wrong. Yo, so when I was in AC, when we were in the garage at the Showboat, me and Matt were looking over and I guess we're next to the Hard Rock over there and they have their own fucking gas station. And oh my God, I wish I could find the picture. Where's the picture? No, Matt, fucking message me and tell me what it's called. I don't remember. Hold on. Not Pudlo, by the way. It's the other one. Oh fuck, I can't type because now I'm like, ah! I don't know. He'll hear it. Look, he's typing now, so I don't even know why I'm bothering. But anyway, it's like the Hard Rock has their own fucking gas station, and yeah, it's called Roctane, which is hilarious. I'm like, what the fuck? Shit cracked me up. Thanks.
So do you guys have any channel name ideas? Have you thought about it at all?
Me? Dude, I don't think about much at all.
I'm terrible at naming things.
I'm not terrible at naming anything. Hence the reason why my bikes have great fucking names.
What is your current bike's name?
Which one? So you have the Mini Menace, that's the CRF, and then I recently
Mini Menace.
the Mini Menace, yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Also, see, Drew knew too. It's Roctane. And then so together they're the Cornelian Dilemma, if you know what that is. It's a psychology thing. And then so I named the other one just like, I don't know. I don't even know. So the R3 doesn't exactly have a name. It just has a sticker on the back that says "Made you look" with the because I be doing that to freaking Dre when I pass him in turn 10 on my knee, motherfucker. By the way, so I throw and on lightning too on the long in bank turn. And so like I put the sticker back there. But the funny thing about that sticker is I had that made when Pablo was racing my bike at CCS.
So wait, the R3 does not have a name then?
Not necessarily. Sometimes I'll call it the Hooligan, but I think that's a gay ass name. So I don't want to call it that.
And it's not a hooligan bike.
No, exactly. Because I like the Hooligan class. So I just really don't want to call it that. So you have the Mini Menace, the Cornelian Dilemma as them together. The one of the less. Yes. Suggest a name, Chris, please.
Yes, we are waiting patiently. And there's a
Chris
delay, so we're like sitting here like, yes, give us a name suggestion, and we're waiting.
No. Chris goes, I thought you don't talk about what transpired in the showboat parking garage. First off, I don't talk about what happened in the hotel room, not the garage. The garage was nothing. Calm down, bud. Oh, Send It podcast. Yeah, that's great. I love saying send it. That's like my thing. Send it.
Okay, I'm gonna actually have to put these in the notes because I have.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
I keep having a list. Yeah, like the first one that came to mind was Squidworks, just because squids.
No, I refuse because of the Jigsaw Bro thing.
And Mike had a thing where he wanted to call something Skunkworks, but that's like that seemed like that would be better like an inside like show title as opposed to like a whole channel title. We could always call ourselves the 99 percenters.
Please don't ever. No.
Sorry, I had an ex who was in like a bad club.
All gas, no brakes. Oh my God. So Chris's thing, I only talk about that with my therapist. So Chris's thing, like what he does is he'll troll Dave Moses. If you know who Dave Moses is, he's like he's the intro like #1 teacher coach guy in the classroom for intro class at Riders Club. So like Chris will say, no brakes or no. How do you say it? I'm like, my Adderall wore off a while ago, so like my brain's shot. But like that's kind of the going joke is no brakes. You don't need brakes. Who needs brakes? The Last Thing Between Your Legs podcast. 2 wheels, 1 throttle. Oh God, these are great, dude. I love these guys. You guys are the bestest friends ever. By the way,
2 wheels, 1 throttle.
But technically we have 6 wheels and 3 throttles. And if you want to throw my Mini in, that's like 8 wheels and 4 throttles.
I feel like
Drunk
Mike had some good ideas, but I don't think we remember what any of them were.
Brakes make you stop? No, brakes make you slow.
I remember about 3% of Saturday night.
Oh, I know what it is. Chris always says brakes only slow you down.
Oh, Amanda, guess what though?
What's up, yo?
I'm sure you already saw it, but I do have video evidence that Mike does dance.
Oh, did I see it? I saw him fall on his skates.
And I didn't even post the good ones from the club because they were just too good. Like we were so white girl wasted at that point.
Brakes only slow you down and I want to go fast. Love that, Chris. Hilarious. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I needed to use my brakes a lot. I'm still learning. I had to use my brakes.
Nobody needs brakes.
I had to learn how to slow down going into a turn. But let me tell you what my last track day is when I realized, wow, like you actually need upper arm strength to stop a bike.
Well, yes and no, because what it is when you're coming to stop, you're not, I can't explain it unless I'm sitting on the bike.
Mean,
you're just bracing yourself, if anything, and doing minuscule movements.
It's arm strength. If you're not using your arms, like you're like gonna be like flying off the front of the bike.
You're
like
not gripping the grips like that. You're not like white knuckling.
I'm talking about
grips.
Arms. Like my forearms were so sore that like Sunday morning
it shouldn't be that bad. You'll get there. It's fine. It's normal from in the beginning.
I don't have to use my forearms a lot.
Drop a tire and risk a fire. That's good. I mean, you're bracing yourself more than anything. 2 curves and a straight. 2 curves and a straight. Oh. Oh, you're dirty. Matt F. Who is that? Who are you? Why do I feel like I know you?
Is it Matt from the weekend?
No.
Okay.
No. Is it? No. I'll fucking punch him.
And do you know his last name?
Of course I do. That doesn't mean anything. That F could mean something totally different.
That's
But
true.
I don't think so.
Touche.
I mean, I know what it would mean. It's not anything inappropriate, by the way. Yeah, see? Wrong.
Okay, Matt F, does Amanda know you?
Reveal yourself.
Do any of us know you personally? And not, I mean, if we don't, it's okay. You can still be
it's really
here.
cool.
You're still welcome.
Yeah, you belong. You were here last week. We're friends now.
Nope. Okay,
Words.
cool. All right.
I'm about
welcome.
it.
Thank you
Welcome,
for
we
joining
love
us.
you.
Oh, wait. Are you the person from my Snapchat? Is that who you are?
Ooh.
That's the
Snippy
question.
snaps.
I think it might be actually.
This is kind of fun.
If it is,
I like trying to figure out who
then
everybody
he's
is.
seen white girl wasted Mike dancing.
He has.
we were talking about my track
Yeah.
shorts. I'm wearing my track
he
shorts. I forgot
has.
you guys can't see them. All right. Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, he saw the white girl wasted. I heard you
on the podcast.
With Moto America. Awesome.
Oh my god, that's so fucking
welcome.
cool. Right
Matt
on,
F, where are you from? Where tell us where you're from.
We want to know your whole life story. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Tell me everything.
Yes, we want to know it all. No, but yeah, somebody on my Snapchat does watch the podcast.
STL. What the hell is STL?
St.
I'm
Louis?
dumb.
St. Louis.
What?
St.
Yeah,
Louis?
that's so cool. What
Hopefully
kind of bike do you ride?
the west
Tell me
side of the
about all
river,
of your
not the east
bikes.
side. Oh gosh, maybe we should just send them a link. Actually, no,
Have you ridden
10.
Gateway? Or what's Gateway has a new name, but there's a track. It's right across the river.
Is it in? Oh, thank you,
Thanks,
Deb, for
Deb.
the
You're the
sticker.
bestest.
We love stickers here. See, look how excited
I
we
love
get
stickers. Listen, anybody
Aww.
who rides motorcycles loves stickers. I bet you anybody who's ridden for a length of time, I know I do. I have a giant Ziploc bag of just stickers that I hoard because I don't know what to do with them. I did that before, and if you guys ever see my track stool, it's filled with stickers. Like, it's just my thing.
I have started a sticker collection just specifically for the motorcycle stuff. So that way, when I get a trailer, like an enclosed trailer, like you better believe that there's going to be something in there that's just covered in stickers.
For sure. I'm trying to I got to get my track fairings painted or wrapped, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that.
I raced out there with
oh, word? You used to.
I'm
just going to.
Oh, geez. I can't. MCRA, as I got my race license at in Kentucky, but I raced.
You raced Wera, didn't you?
No, MCRA.
What the hell is MCRA?
It was Midwest Cafe Racing Association.
Cafe racing. I love cafe racers, but you didn't race the cafe thingy, did you?
No, they didn't have. They had two classes.
WWC Raceway.
It was fun. They had you had twins together and you had 600s and leader bikes together. There were two
weird. But they had two waves, right?
They raced together, but they were separate. And it was.
I mean, most places do that, except for God forbid.
All right, guys. Well, it's after 10. Even though we are having a blast, it's time to end the show on a positive note. So again, you can find Amanda at Stay Fast and Weird on Instagram and TikTok. You can find Mike.
Not Facebook. Nerds.
God, you're just tempting people to go find you on Facebook. Don't even mention it. Oh my God.
Now it's just a thing.
I know.
Oh, he used to race CCS too. That's cool.
And I think, and the thing is always for me to be just go find her and stalk her there. Just don't hit the add friend button.
Listen, everything's public anyway. So just go read all my emotionally long posts about how much I love riding and how it's changed my life. And then disown me because it's annoying. Just go look at my pictures.
And you can find Mike Twisty Rider on Instagram, TikTok, or someplace else.
TikTok.
Huh?
No, because my Snapchat's weird. And I don't even get on Snapchat.
You don't even do anything on Snapchat.
The biggest reason I have Snapchat still is to keep our streak going because it's almost a year.
Yeah, it's I know. It's 300 and what something. It's 327,
I think.
We hit 340 today, our snap streak.
I'm confused.
a snap streak. If you snap a person every single day and they snap you back, like you end up with a little fire like emoji thingy, and it tells you a number. So we have snapped 340 days in a row.
I don't have the patience for that, and I don't like Snapchat that much.
Dude, like, listen.
That's pretty much the reason why I still have it, because I want to hit a year.
Yeah. I want to hit the 365 and then it's whatever, you know. But I don't know, because then maybe we hit the year, they're gonna be like, oh, we got to get to 700. Man. Like,
Matt, I am going to. I think we all are going to Daytona. He said you should all go. We all are going.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, I've already missed my time request off of work
because of work constraints. With me, is going to be a blast down there and a blast back, but I will be there. We will be.
I'm hoping that I can get you to take off Thursday, Friday at least.
Wait, Chris, are you going to Daytona too?
Because racing is Friday, Saturday. I think. Isn't it? Is it? I think it, unless I was looking at the wrong year on my calendar, which is very likely because I've done that before. Well,
because I don't know. Okay, I still have to figure out Austin. Like, what?
Oh no, wait, maybe it's not. Maybe it is. No, it's race days at Daytona for the 200 are the 10th and the 11th. But see, we don't have to be at MotoGP in Austin at COTA. We don't have to be there on Friday. We can just be there Saturday, Sunday.
I mean,
I don't play that game. I'm gonna go from moment open to moment close.
Well, it's Austin is so big, and like, I don't know. I go there mostly to see all my Texas friends and hang out with my kids. So
sure.
At that point, the racing is just like, you know, a perk, but
I don't know. I still think you should take off Thursday, Friday for Daytona, and then take off at least Friday, Monday for MotoGP.
Oh, I don't care about MotoGP that much.
Just a reminder to everybody: if you see any of us out, I like meeting people, and I
come up and don't hug me, but come
Shannon
up and
will
fist
hug
bump
you.
me.
I will hug you. If you come up and you're like, "Hey, I watch your show," I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, it's me. It's me. It's me. Just deal with it."
I'll get super excited, but don't hug me unless I hug you first. I'm very funny about people touching me. I'll fist bump you. That's cool.
You know,
but I'll be
like,
super excited.
Like the pandemic, COVID, it killed me because like I was like, I can't hug nobody. Like you're like I have to stay 6 feet away from you. What? Like at Mike's work party, like as soon as I saw his one coworker, I remember from last year, Joe, like I grabbed him and hugged him, and then on the way out, like his work sister Nicole like was saying goodbye, and I was like, oh, can I give you a hug goodbye? She's like, no. And then her husband's like, I'll give you a hug, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
That's cute. Hey, we should get shirts for next season. That would be so cool.
We need like a name before we can even think about shirts.
I know. But like, didn't we write something down a few weeks ago? Some dumb shit I said. What the hell?
No, that was Messy and Depressy.
Oh yeah, Messy and Depressy. Yeah, that's like
we're not getting shirts made for that yet. Like we need like we need people to legit actually follow us before we start thinking of merch line.
I just want to.
I love you, Amanda, but I'm not wearing a shirt that says Messy and
No, it's fine. No, actually, while I'm sitting
what if we get it? What if we have it printed in like hardcore metal font though?
Yes, dude,
like
that's right up my alley.
Like I can pet your dog, or can I pet your
dog?
Shirt?
Yeah, like Jake's shirt.
God,
it was great. Like, can I pet your dog? And it's in like hardcore metal stuff. Yeah.
First off, that's like what I do is I go around and I become friends with everybody's dog. So like Luna, Mike Fish's dog, that's my BFF. Like that's my girl. And then you have Spoon, which is my friend's dog. Car people dog. Spoon's my dude. Like and you can guess if you're a car person, you know what he's named after. You just know. And if you don't know, then whatever, you're not going to get it. But like, I'm friends with everybody's dogs. And sometimes they're kids too. Like I'll go hang out with the kids because I'm like that. I look like a kid, so it just works. And I can do the kid stuff. And the parents get all tired and shit, so I just do the kid stuff with the kids. But
wait, is your friend's dog that's named Spoon? Is his name Hector?
No. That's Raheem. He's an Integra guy. Sorry, Raheem. Well, your car sucks.
It was a Fast and Furious joke. You know, Hector's got 3 Honda Civics with Spoon motors.
It's an engine. It's not a motor. I hate it when people say that. It drives me up a wall.
All right. Anyway, where were we? We were saying goodbye, weren't we? Yeah. Look at us.
Maybe.
We're all awake this week. I love it. Just so you know, like it's great.
Crashing Sucks podcast. That's funny. Well, I've crashed twice.
I haven't crashed yet.
I had one big
Knock on
crash,
wood.
but I still rode the rest of the thingies.
I
never miss a session.
You know, it's like I can't wait to crash, but at the same time, I really don't want to crash. You know,
I'll be honest with you, crashing kind of can boost your confidence because then you're like, oh, I already did it. I'm fine. Cool. Like, I mean, I'm not saying go out there and wreck. I do not promote that, but I'm saying it does.
The guy at the dealership, when I picked up my bike, said, listen, I don't recommend doing this on your bike, but go find a friend's bike, maybe something a little smaller that, you know, they don't care about as much, and just go out and lay it down. And I was
it's
like,
called mini bikes. Every first session I go out on a mini bikes. Chris remembers this. Fucking face down in the middle of turn one, looking up and having 2 TTRs come at me. And I'm like, nah! My bike slipped out from under me like a freaking skateboard, like all the way to there. And then I roll my bike over to him because
okay, so basically what you're saying is,
and he took it
at the beginning of next season. I can take your mini bike to a track and I can crash it. That's
yeah. Me and Chris shared my mini bike our last track day. I let him just, as soon as I crashed and rolled my bike over to him, he took it right back out on the track, like right then and there.
Come to Sandy Hook because it's only like
I love Sandy Hook.
House.
That embanked turn, woo, that thing is nice. Like you get in there, you drag the knee all the way through, and then you go down the straight, and then you got the tight back end.
If I get street tires on Sophie's new bike and safety wired this winter, I think I could run it there too.
You don't need safety wire. They don't tech your bike. I didn't have safety wire.
It says all over their website that you need safety wire.
Bro, you know how many times I go to these mini tracks? They don't take your bike. You don't need safety wire. It's recommended. I didn't have safety wire on my bike until I raced Mini MotoGP, which was like at the very end of this season. I did that in October or September. Dude, they don't check that stuff. It's fine. I didn't have any safety, anything on that bike at all. Actually, I took my bark busters off too. Like, no, you just go. I've done several track days, especially OVRP doesn't give a fuck, but that's an awesome track. But yeah, Sandy Hook doesn't check that stuff. And you can okay, so the plan is for next season, we were supposed to do it this season, is to actually rent out Sandy Hook because it's super cheap to rent it out for a full day. It's like $750 and you get enough people and you get so much track time. It's awesome. I definitely want to do that. I'll pay for it myself. I don't care.
Well, on that note, maybe we can get a bunch of our watchers and followers to be like, yeah, let's do a track day at Sandy Hook.
Sure. I mean, there's plenty of friends.
All my
friends this year. So like Chris, Nico, Dr. Matt, all those guys, they all got mini bikes this year. Wait, Chris, did you get a mini bike or are you getting one? I don't remember. But I know he's got like 20 bikes. So like, Jen, it's hard to tell with Chris.
Let's go for a walk said.
Yeah, I said you said something very similar. You said like the red blonde and a brunette or something.
Oh, that's funny.
No, but I like the mechanic. Did you say mechanic? You said something very similar. You just definitely said something very similar. And I was like, yeah, but hair colors can change though.
Yeah, I mean, my hair color changes. You know, it's usually orange, but this is the first time I've been blonde.
My color never changes ever. I think even ZB was like, why don't you do a new hair color? And I'm like,
that's right.
No, never. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. We all have to work tomorrow and it's East Coast time. So we are hopping off. We thank you so much for joining us. Please find us on our socials. Please subscribe here. Please hit the like button too. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Okay.
Can I hit the like button?
Yes.
We need lots of attention. We need lots of attention and praise.
Yeah. Mike actually made a comment about how like I get all the attention and I need it and I like it. And it's very true. I like the attention. So give us attention. Us girls, we thrive on that stuff.
Yes. Give me all the attention. Tell me
Mike thrives on attention too, by the way.
He does.
It's not
He's
just
a
a girl
praise
thing.
Boy. He loves the praise.
I'm just a show off. I'm just a show off. I don't like the attention. I just like to show off.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much again. Have a great night and we'll see you next Wednesday on the Hump Day Hangout. All right, stream.